Hey there guys, Zenday here from the Golden Land, and I'm here to talk to you about the Wii U today. As you might be able to hear in the background, I have the system on right now actually, and we're just going to go over like the basic menus and stuff like that, and how I feel about how the system holds up to itself, and what it pretty much brings to the table, so to speak, in terms of gaming and stuff like that today, especially in Nintendo's day and age, and where they are, and how you guys know already how I feel about Nintendo. So let's get started. First thing you're going to notice here is my TV is off. This is one of the perks of the Wii U that I actually personally like a lot. And it really didn't dawn on me, the coolest part about it is that today I came home and I turned the Wii U on using my controller, and I was able to successfully play Mario Brothers just using the controller while I was watching a football game. As you can see here, my controller is still on. So that means the system itself is actually on, and if you look, you can see the blue light over on the bottom right hand corner by my TV. This is one of the menus of the Wii U. Basically, the system itself runs off of two menus: the main menu here, and then the main menu, in which, of course, is on the TV, which is booting up now. Basically, any single time you want to do anything involving with any of the menus, you have to bring the menu down into this particular controller. There's a button in the top right-hand corner right here that allows you to switch the menus. And as you can see, there's another menu right here. Now, whatever menu you have on the controller, the opposite menu appears on the TV. So as you can see, if I hit the button again, they simply switch places. You only can use the menu on the controller at a time. The interface itself on the system is really kind of weird in how to get used to. It's very cryptic. It took me a while to figure out how to actually get the thing to go online. It took me a while to actually figure out how to get friends listed and stuff like that. But basically, if you have this menu set up, if you click on the top left-hand corner up here on your Mii that you will pick, you will be able to hook up yourself to the internet and start what they call the Nintendo ID, which will then allow you to pretty much click here and bring this menu in and allow you to use friends here, or allows you to go onto the Miiverse, which is right down here, which allows you to go into the Wii Shop channel, which is right down here. Something that really agitated me a lot here about this particular system is that right when you turn it on, it tells you that there's an update immediately for it. And I'm like, well, what is going on that it needs an update on day one? In addition to that, I've played a couple. I have two of the games right now. I have New Super Mario Bros. U, and I have the Nintendo Land game that comes with the system, as I got the black system here. And they're both really kind of cool in their own ways, but it's just Nintendo Land is a really good packed-in game, and New Super Mario Bros. U, in my opinion, is pretty much the same the same stuff that New Mario Bros. Have always been able to bring out on the DS, the 3DS, and the Wii. The coolest thing about this is if you click on this button right here, it automatically boots up what is the Wii menu, and everybody knows what the Wii menu looks like. So if you have that booted up automatically, or it'll boot up the Wii menu, and it looks exactly just like the Wii. You need a Wii remote to utilize it. You cannot use this controller, and you can pretty much load any Wii game into it. Once you transfer all your information, however, from the Wii to the Wii U, your Wii pretty much becomes useless unless you use it for GameCube, because it really pretty much becomes useless. I also don't like, going back to what is offered, YouTube. I can't get the Flash media to work because of the fact that the system doesn't have it. I have not been able to get into, the Wii Shop channel's up, but it's okay. There's not really much to offer. But there's no virtual console as of right now. This icon right here is the Wii TV, which apparently allows you to watch TV on your on the controller here. And that's not hooked up yet either. There's a few pages here of stuff. Let's see if I can zoom out here a little bit for you. I mean, there's a few pages where you can save basic information and stuff like that on. The controller itself does come with a stylus. It just hooks up to the back of it. Now this controller is actually really nice. It's very light. I don't know if you've played them. GameStop's have demo units of right now, but it's very light. It's I really like the ledges of the back of the controller here. It really sits comfortably in your hand. It's definitely really cool. And like I said before, I was able to play Mario while my TV was off. Or while I was watching football. It was really kind of a neat concept. This is pretty much what the Wii Plaza looks like when you're not dealing with whatever's on your controller. So as long as you know that it's actually two separate menus and whatever one is on your actual controller is the one that you can use, and whatever one is on your TV is the one that everybody else is just pretty much looking at, waiting for you to get ready to whatever you want to do. It's a lot easier to understand, but for some reason I just don't understand why Nintendo still has to have it so cryptic to figure out, because some of it's just kind of annoying, especially when you're trying to hook up the online. When you click on up here, it tells you that you have to have an email address, and when you put the email address in, it sends a code to your email address, and you have to go log into your email address to validate it. And it's just a real big pain. Also, when you load up the system for the first time and asks you if you have internet, asks you for the time, the date, and everything like that, it just really kind of seems to be really kind of like there's just too much stuff to have to deal with right at the beginning. I mean, everybody's excited when they get a new system, they want to play it right away. And I just do not understand why you have to do all that stuff right when you turn the system on. There should be able to be a menu off on the side, up on the left or the right or whatever, that you can click on later and enter all that information in. So there's the controller. I don't know how well this actually like zooms in or how you can view it. But yeah, there are two menus. So after you figure it out, it's a really cool system, but it's very, very cryptic at first. So now we will get into Nintendo Land, which is a pack-in game for the deluxe edition of the system. And we will get into New Super Mario Bros. U as well. So hold on one second. Nintendo Land in the system right now. And as you can see, to access it, you have to simply just hit the button up here. So it will load into Nintendo Land now, both here and on the screen, on the TV. This particular pack-in game I thought was significantly better than Wii Sports. It's got a lot more to offer. There's just overall more stuff to do. You can collect items. It's really kind of cool. So basically, when the game loads, it loads you into pretty much what is the central hub. And once again, I don't know why Nintendo is just absolutely ridiculous when it comes to tutorials. But when you first walk into this place, oh my goodness, is it annoying. This little stupid TV thing that talks to you right in front of me here, unbelievably obnoxious. Now, you're watching the gameplay on the TV screen, and this review is actually particularly easy to do because I'm looking at my gamepad while I'm playing. So basically, there's 12 attractions around this central hub area. You can jump here. You pretty much play as your Mii, and you collect items per attraction, really. As you play through these attractions, you get coins, and you collect the coins. As you can see in the top left-hand corner, I have 12 coins. But you collect these coins, and you buy these gifts around here. Like right here is like Captain Falcon's like little ship, and it tells you about it. Some of the games, later on, as you progress through the game, you can just hit Y, and when you hit Y, it brings you to every attraction as opposed to walking to each gate individually. The top left-hand three are a Zelda game, a Pikmin game, and a Metroid game. They require 1 to 5 people. The top right 3 games are 2 to 5 people. It is a game called Mario Chase, there's a Luigi's Mansion game, and there's an Animal Crossing game. And then the bottom 6 are all solo games. Each game is really kind of unique in its own way. Obviously, I cannot show you like the 2 to 5 player games. I don't have an extra person here right now to record any of that stuff. But the best game I think on the system is the Luigi's Mansion game. 1 player plays as the ghost on the tablet here, and the other 4 players play as hunters in like Luigi's Mansion. And the ghost can see all the players, but the players cannot see the ghost. And basically, your job as the ghost is to collect the players, is to haunt the players and capture them. And the goal of the players is to actually go and destroy the ghost. And he's got 100 hit points. And if you've ever played Luigi's Mansion, it's done with a flashlight. One game that I've gotten really, really attached to here is the Yoshi's Island game. In the bottom left-hand corner, it's called the Yoshi's Fruit Cart. Basically, we'll load that up and right away, and we'll go in. And it's very self-explanatory. You pick a Mii that you want to represent you. You go in, you automatically transform to whatever it is that you need to have, and you pretty much go into the game. So we'll load this up here in a second. Now this game is really unique. On the screen, you see a beginning place, and you see a door. That's on the TV screen. Your job is to draw lines using this pad to get all the fruit and then get into the door. The problem is on the pad, this is what you see. You don't see any of the fruit. So I have to draw a line on this pad here, and when I'm done drawing the line, I hope that I collect this fruit, and then as soon as I say go, the Yoshi then on my screen will then run that path that I drew going into the door. So let's see if I can do this on first try here, otherwise it's probably going to look pretty dumb. So, here I am. See if I can get it to load here. If I take the stylus, and I draw to here, and if I draw up to here, and then I go to the door, then ask me if I want to go. Now when I hit go, let's see if I collect all the fruit on the TV. The door automatically opens, and then I'll go to level 2. Basically, it's pretty much a test to see how far you can get in this particular game. And how many levels you can go through. Later on it gets real tough. The fruits start to move. The fruits start to move. You get holes in the ground. You got to avoid all that stuff. Sometimes you have to get fruit in specific patterns. It's really kind of a cool concept. I really like the interaction between the gamepad and the TV screen. I really think it was very, very well done. The Zelda game is pretty much, if you're playing on the pad, you play as, you have an archer, you're an archer and you're shooting enemies, while if you play with a Wii remote on the TV screen, you are playing with a sword and you swing around, and it's very, very active, like how Skyward Sword is, where it's the whole motion base and you have to hit the monsters just right. The Zelda game, Luigi's Mansion, even Chase Mario, I think are really, really good games. Even the Animal Crossing game up here in the top right-hand corner is really, really good. The Chase Mario's one player plays as Mario, and the other players play as Mii's or Toads, I think it is. And your goal is to capture Mario within 2 minutes, and he's just got to avoid. And you're in this area. I don't have more than me right now to demonstrate it, so I cannot even show you. I already explained this. The Animal Crossing game is the players collect candy on the ground, while the person who's playing on the pad plays as 2 guards in the city, and your goal is to capture the two characters. The rest of the games are really kind of mediocre. Some of them are cool, some of them are not. I'm not really going to go over all of them. As a pack-in title, I definitely think it's better than Wii Sports. I've definitely played this game already today alone for more than probably, I want to say like 5 or 6 hours. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. There's just so much to it. If it was a standalone game and I had to buy this in the store, I probably wouldn't. It's just the fact that this comes with the Wii U is why it's worth having. If I were to have to rate this game, I would probably rate it. So now here's an item box that I didn't open. What is this? Look at that. So anyway, if I were to rate this game in terms of playability, in terms of like co-op, I think the 2 to 5 player games are fantastic. The Luigi's Mansion, the Mario Chase, the Animal Crossing. The 1 to 5 player games are really good, and only one of the solo games are really a lot of fun. I'd probably have to give this game probably like an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. It's worth playing if you get it with the Wii U. If you like party games, it's definitely worth having then in that case. And it's definitely better than Wii Sports. So I can't really complain about the game overall, except for the fact that I just wish there were more attractions, maybe an expansion somewhere in the future. So that is Nintendo Land, and now we're going to move on to New Super Mario Bros. U. I wanted to say earlier too, if you put a Wii game in the Wii U, you can play Wii games in the Wii U perfectly fine, but because it has to go to the Wii menu, it takes the system a while to actually get to the Wii menu. Put it this way, there's technically a Wii inside the Wii U. So like I said, when you load up the game, it's going to load up automatically on your screen here. A menu that looks exactly like the Wii, and you have to use Wiimote Nunchuck. It even shuts off the gamepad. So here's Mario. We're going to New Super Mario Bros. U, which is I think another game worth having for the system right off the bat here. Both screens display the exact same thing. So I'm not going to show you really much of the gamepad here, except for the fact that you just gotta know that whatever you see on the screen, on my TV screen here, is exactly what's on my gamepad. There's no reason to have the gamepad even on. The game even tells you can play this game with a Wii remote. So I choose to play with the gamepad because I had a couple friends over earlier, and they wanted to watch, like I was saying, they wanted to watch the football game while I was playing Mario. So I was able to turn my channel off here, off my TV. As you can see, like I'll show you an example. Like here's the gamepad, same exact screen as my TV. Now if I turn my TV on, different channel, I don't know what's on. It's a commercial. My video game is still on, even though I have TV on. So like I can still go into the game, fully loaded up. We'll play with the Wii pad. Here we go. And now I can unplug my gamepad at any time because I still have it plugged in. But I can unplug it anytime, and I'm still playing while my TV's on. Ironically enough, they were just talking about the Wii U on the commercial. So let's turn this back to the station it was on. Now, Mario's been very notorious lately to be doing the exact same thing. I'm very indifferent with this game right now. And I think the reason why I'm very indifferent with this game is because of the fact that when New Super Mario Bros. Came out on the DS, it was really good. It went back to the classic platformer game. When New Mario Bros. Came out on the Wii, it was technically like part 2. We're like, okay, that's neat. And then New Mario Bros. 2 came out on the 3DS, and I was like, okay, and it's just pretty much the same stuff. Now this game came out, and it's once again pretty much the same game, except for it's just got a different face. So, what can I really say about it? I'm kind of bored. I'm not gonna lie. I think the game is worth having. The game is absolutely gorgeous, for sure. Now this is the first time I'm actually attempting this level, so I might die here. I have no idea what's in it. Oops. So basically, the game is beautiful. I don't actually use... See, I just got hit. I don't actually use the screen and the gamepad unless I'm walking away from the system. I'm always looking at my TV because it's really pretty. The game plays very well. The buttons feel great on the controller, so I can't really complain about the overall presentation of the game. What I'm complaining about is that it just feels exactly the same thing. And honestly, all they had to do was take New Mario Brothers, all 4 titles, and mix it into one gigantic game, and I would have been fine with that. Well, I'm actually doing really good. But it's, like I said, it's pretty much the exact same thing. I do like that the volume is in the controller, so like if people don't want to hear the game, or if it's too loud for anybody in particular, I can put headphones into my actual controller and listen to the headphones, which I think is really neat. Really, I came down here for just a free life. As you can see, if you can read that up in the top left-hand corner, now I have 43 lives, so I don't really need that. But anyway, so this is really pretty much New Super Mario Bros. U. Pretty much, the same stuff. I mean, if you like playing the game, and you like a lot of the same stuff, then you're gonna like this title. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying that it's very used. The fact that they still call it New Super Mario Brothers to me is really weird because, well, let's face it, it's not really new. It's a used idea now. So unless if they start coming up with some really cool platforming ideas, which this game so far has not showed that they're going to, I can't really continually rate these games higher and higher as they come out. They look more pretty, and that's pretty much about it. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same stuff over and over again. So if you want a true rating to this game, in my opinion, unless if, like, I'm on World 3, really, technically, right now. Unless if something drastic happens that's really just going to wow me, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to give this game a 7.5, because I'm sick of playing the same game. It's pretty, but that's about it. So, I'm not going to show you too much here, because I really don't want to ruin it, but the one really cool thing that I think everybody knows already is that instead of having separate worlds, they're all connected like Super Mario World. So this is World 1, which of course goes into World 2, of course is some form of a desert stage, because it always is. World 3, I don't know which one technically World 3 is, I just went down to this water area. It's actually split, and there's a snowy cap region up here. If you continually follow the paths, it goes down to, eventually you get down to like this forest area. Looks like some acid, swampy thing. Some mountainous region. Obviously you have to have your cloud level. And then, which eventually then of course leads to what would be the end of the game. Bowser's castle, in this case Peach's castle, wrapped in some mystical purple fog. So, that's pretty much all I have right now. So if you guys have any questions, I mean, of course, feel free to email me, or, leave comments or questions or concerns or anything like that. If you have any other questions about maybe something I didn't cover. New Super Mario Bros. U on Nintendo Land, I think are worth having day one. I wish there was a little bit more games to choose from. I'm not a really big fan of like the Ninja Gaiden or the Batman or anything like that. So it's, these aren't games I'm going to pick up right off the bat. I'm kind of waiting for Pikmin 3, and that's kind of been announced that it's going to come out next year. So basically, all I want is really more games for the system. I mean, give me the Pikmin 3 that you promised me, things like that. It's really kind of hard to say exactly like a review for the system. I mean, if I were to have to give it a number, it's really kind of hard to say. I'd probably give it maybe like an 8 out of 10. I do wish it played DVDs, because it doesn't. But you know, it's pretty much a glorified Wii at this point. It's pretty much just a Wii system in a new casing. I do wish that it wasn't so cryptic, you know, the menus and stuff like that at the beginning. I mean, it's not like it's hard to pick up, but once you have it, you can use it, you can do it easily. It's just that it's, you know, it's just a little bit ridiculous at first. You know, I want more games to come out for the system, and maybe I can revisit this review and maybe give it a higher review. All I know is that I think Nintendo can really do a good job with it. It's a very innovative system. I really like what they've done with the control and with the system and stuff like that itself. It's really nice that it comes with an HDMI cable. It's its own HDMI cable. It does not come with the basic cables. It comes with HDMI, so you have to have an HDTV to even use the system. Me, I like that because I have an HDTV. To some people that don't, though, that might suck. But you know, it's no offense. It's time to move on. Everybody's got to have HDTVs now these days, anyway. So that's pretty much all I got here. So all right, I'll talk to you guys next time. All right, bye.